Hey everybody, my name is Pineapter, and I just wanted to make this little video for you guys. So if you guys are playing the beta or if you've been watching the beta, you've probably been wondering what exactly you can customize your character to look like, what kind of perks can you use, and just all, that sort of thing. So I just want to make this little video here and go through that for you guys, just show you what is available in the beta. And now do remember that this is the beta, so this isn't everything that will be available in the full game, but it does give kind of a good idea of what to expect. So let's go through it. Let's go with the counselors first. So up here in the top left, you can see our different counselor names. So we have Vanessa, we have AJ, Chad, Jenny, Kenny, Tiffany, and Deborah. Yeah, so that's everybody. So now, the other things you want to look at right here, so CP, that's just my points. Don't worry about that right now. That allows you to buy perks for your counselors. But so we have abilities and clothes. Those aren't available yet. It is a beta. But so first, perks. What are perks? Perks are basically little, like, every other game, they're little additions that make your character better at doing something in the game. So, like, for example, I just want to go through these guys. So, Aquanaut basically means better at swimming, increases your speed by 10%, decreases the stamina drain by 40% while swimming. So, basically, you can swim longer, although you don't want to do that because it generates a lot of noise, but, maybe you're trying to get the fuck out of there, so you want to do that. Firecracker, pretty obvious. You just start with Firecracker, so you basically have an item ready to go when you start the game instead of having to find that in the game. So that's kind of cool. Same thing here as Hypochondriac. You start with the first aid spray because you're crazy in the head and you always have to have like a band-aid or something. That allows you basically to heal yourself a lot like Dead by Daylight actually. So then we got level-headed, 15% chance to avoid Jason's chance or sense. So I'm not entirely sure how this one works. Like how does that chance work? Does it mean you just don't show up as easily? Or does it mean that you straight up at 15 times out of 100, he doesn't see you? So I'm not sure about that one. Cool stuff. I'm still playing through this to try to understand it for you guys. But here we go. Low profile. Basically, you can go faster when crouching, and you're going to be crouching a lot because you don't want people to hear you. And a 50% chance to avoid sense. That's actually a really good one, it looks like. Now, marathon, you reduce your stamina drain by 15%. You can run longer. Makes sense, right? Now, medic, this is a cool one. So you get an extra use out of a first aid spray. So if you guys remember for Hypochondriac, if you have a first aid spray already, you get like 2 out of them with those 2 perks. That's kind of a cool little add-on you can do there. Now, pyro flares will last 10 seconds longer. I'm not entirely sure what flares actually do. It hasn't been fully explained. I think it has to do with one of the ways to beat the game, essentially. So just hold on for more info on that. Then we go to restful stamina regenerates faster. So I guess you got your 8 hours and you're ready to go. Scout, 25% chance to avoid traps. So what I'm guessing that means, guys, is so like if you walk over a bear trap 1 times out of 4, you're not going to activate it. I'm not sure I would trust that perk because I'm walking over a fucking bear trap, but who knows? Maybe you're feeling brave. Slugger, start with Vasal Bat. That's a really good one. You start out with a weapon. You can use it to fight back against Jason. That's really cool. Spatial Awareness. 25% chance to avoid some from fear. That is a good one. So the reason that one's a good one is because if you're running, you can, will stumble, and you'll stop being able to run, which is terrifying and horrible if you're trying to get away, because you're probably running from him when you're doing that. Alright, Thick Skin, take 50% less damage from weapons. So here's the thing. Usually Jason grabs you, but then again, he does swing too. So that might be very useful depending on what kind of Jason you're going up against. But those are the perks, guys. I don't think they actually change between people. So if we look here... if the beta would like to work, there you go. Yeah, so you can see the perks are all the same, so it doesn't change between different counselors. So let's go through the rest of this. So we have our 7 different basically attributes. So these basically determine what your camper is good and not good at. So composure, reduce the rate of fear increases. Fear is what allows Jason to see you and allow you to basically it sort of clouds your screen. It's really scary actually. Makes it easier to break free from Jason's grab. That's also very true. Luck. So how durable is weapon? Will it break on you? Minor increase. Yes. Yeah, so that, it's just luck. Basically, everyone knows what luck is. Intelligence. So this is basically whenever you're trying to repair a car or anything else like that, that tells you how good you are at doing it or how difficult it's going to be. So that's just an important one. Speed. So how fast are you? Can you go running? I think this girl actually is wearing a tracksuit, so that makes sense. She is 10 out of 10. Basically, you're going to be running a lot. So being able to run faster than Jason and get away from him is a huge advantage. So that's one to keep in mind. Stamina, so that's just, again, she's a runner. How much stamina does it cost to actually go and move and run and do everything? Because if you don't have enough stamina, you know, you're eating too many cheeseburgers, you're gonna run out of breath, and he is gonna get you. So you do not want to do that. Now stealth, obviously not very good right here, 1 out of 10. But this reduces the amount of noise generated and Jason's ability to sense. So basically, if you're stealthy, he won't hear you. Makes sense. And then strength, so this increases your attack damage with your weapon, so how easy is it for you to stun Jason. If you're not very strong, you're not able to do much damage, right? You're just, you know, whacking him and it doesn't really do anything. It also reduces the stamina cost, so that is so you can like hit him and then run away, you know, do all that kind of stuff. Now let's go through the different campers to sort of give you guys, I'm going to put up on the screen here, I don't want to read through all the different attributes for each one of them, but just give you an idea for what campers have what. So AJ here you can unlock at level 5. She's kind of our goth girl. And she has great composure, intelligence, and stealth. So she would be a very good choice if you're really trying to be stealthy and not try to run away. You're really trying to do more of a ninja playthrough, I guess. That would be a really good one to do. Chad here has amazing luck and speed and stealth, actually. So basically Chad here is the guy you want to use if you want to try and stealth but you don't feel very lucky, so you can get away from everything. And the speed right there, that'll allow you to get away from people. Now, Jenny right here has the really, really crazy high composure. And so that basically means that she is going to be harder for Jason to spot. And for him to build fear on her, which is great. She has amazing luck, and she has really good stealth, so she's also a really good choice. Now, Kenny here is just perfectly average. Kenny doesn't really have any advantages or disadvantages. He's just 5 across the board. So he's not a good, he's actually a good person to start out with if you're trying to just do a normal playthrough. Tiffany here has really good speed, but she has incredible stealth and really great stamina. So if you're trying to hide, she's a fantastic choice. Now Deborah here has 10 out of 10 intelligence because she's got the Velma glasses. But she's really good at repairs, so that can be really good if you're going for a car escape or something like that. She has really good stealth, so that's really good, but the rest of it is kind of lackluster. So, you know, you gotta balance stuff out. And then that's all of the counselors. They don't have abilities or closed yet. They will probably add them to the full game, not the beta. So let's move on. Now Jason here also has customization. So there is a bunch to go through here. So let's go through the basics. First off, in the beta there are 3 skins. I think this is episode 3, so this is the third Jason move. This is where he gets his mask. There's this guy right here from episode 2, where Jason basically comes back after his mother has died and just wants to kick ass, and he has a pickaxe. It's really, really scary. And finally, we have this from, I think this is Jason episode 7, The New Blood, and he's creepy as hell. He's got like the zombie aesthetic. You can see his teeth in the background. His like shirt is all torn up. You can see his ribs. It's crazy. Now, so these guys are a little bit more complicated with the perks. So as you can see here, so we got our non-weapons and weapons. And I don't believe this actually changes between Jasons. I think it's just sort of, so this is one of the menu issues. If we could go up, that would be great. Okay, maybe it's because I don't have it unlocked. That could be it. But anyway, guys, so here, let's go through them. So these are basically your kills. These are the ways that Jason kills. So the counselors have perks to get away from Jason. Jason has ways just to brutally murder people. So backbreak, you know, he is going to mess your spine up for your chiropractor. He's really going to do some damage there. Choke, he will literally grab you by the throat and squeeze, and then he just pops you like a balloon. That is not a fun way to go. Eye gouge, literally what you think it is. He sticks his hands in your eyeballs and just crushes you. Head crush, he literally smashes your head like a grape. It's crazy. That is a really, really cool one. Head punch, he knocks your block off, man. He's like one of those rock'em sock'em robots. He just punches it and your head comes clean off. Not a good way to go. Head stomp, he will sit your ass on the ground like a UFC fighter and just smash you. That's a really, really good one. And so then we have our weapon kills. So this is going to change obviously between different characters. Axe crotch chop, he will literally cut you in the crotch. He will bring it swinging down like a log of wood and just cut your head off too. I mean, that is a really terrible way to go. You wish you would start with the head, not the crotch, you know, other way, reverse it. And then we have our axe head chop. He just gets right to work. He just takes your head clean off. That is a really good one. Now let's go to his strengths and weaknesses. So, like I was saying, Jason basically has perks, but these are not based on what you choose. They're based on the actual skin you're using at the time. So, like, for example, Jason Part 3, can run, so he basically has a faster speed. He can run quicker. Weapon strength, his weapons will deal more damage, so you can get those counselors in the ground quicker with your axe. Grip strength, so basically he's much better at grabbing people and holding onto them and doing stuff, or like moving them around. Now he also has weaknesses, so each skin also has weaknesses. So stun resistance, so he is actually more easily stunned. And his sense is not quite as high, so he can't see you from as far off, or see you if you're as fearful. And finally, water speed. He's actually slower underwater. That's just not his forte. Now, part 2, Jason has... so let's just make sure... here, so I can unlock this one. So I just want to check here and make sure. Yeah, so basically everything is here. Everything is okay up here. The non-weapon, that doesn't change for each skin. But the weapons won't change. So like machete, eviscerate, and then the machete dismember. Basically, you kill them with your weapons. You have different kills for those weapons. So, go through these guys. So, Jason Part 7 has increased sense, so he can see out further. He has water speed, so he can move faster underwater, which is terrifying. He's like Jaws and a hockey mask killer all put in one. Grip strength, so he also has really great grip strength, so he can grab you, toss you around, do all that crazy stuff. He cannot run. He is he's a little slow, okay? He has a little asthma, and he can't run as quick. Now, if we go over to stun resistance, so he also is, more able to be stunned. And his shift regeneration, which is his ability to basically teleport everywhere, is also a little bit slower. So, different ways to play these characters, just something to keep in mind. They're not like huge advantages, but if you have a certain playstyle, it could really affect it. And so finally we have Jason Part 2. He can run. His sense is also increased. His morph, so basically his ability to go anywhere on the map, is quicker. So if he hears you guys making noise on the other side of the woods, he can just teleport over there much more easily. And shift, so he has basically decreased ability to shift. His defense, he has lower health points. So here's the thing, you can actually kill Jason. It's really hard, but I know for a fact that you can do it. Now, water speed, he is also slower underwater. But so keep in mind, guys, these are the only 3 skins that are in the beta. I know there are more confirmed, so we'll have to see what they add at a later date. But that is basically all of the customization, everybody. I'll be making more videos about other aspects of the game, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this and hopes it gives you a good understanding of what is in the game. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. See ya! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. It helps you watch the videos as soon as they come out, which is really cool. And be sure to leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I do read them, and I always try to respond to them as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya!